Well, another day. Got the little baler sitting here in its tractor, ready to get cleaned up. This one isn't too bad. Balers, not too bad. She's got some good blowing to do on it. Haven't run too many through the little one yet. Only about, 1,000 bales or so, I guess. Hasn't been cleaned up yet. Then there's my mess. She's, right out of the field, about 800 feet down to get parked here. Needs a good cleaning. Get all this chaff off, and get the dust off, and get the radiator and coolers all cleaned out. Make things work a little better. Then there's the mighty baler. Knocked a little off, but not much. It's going to be a big dust bowl here in a couple minutes. That noise in the background, that's what's going to clean it up. And she's just chomping at the bit to make a mess. So I'm going to let her. That there's one of the best pieces of equipment we got. All the big guys down in the valley, they got them big fancy ones, and they'll run 2 or 3 hoses and clean up 4 or 5 balers at once. We picked that little compressor up for real cheap. Had a little fuel issue with it. Turned out they had it set up from the factory with an automatic priming system. Well, the automatic priming system was kind of a joke. It would make it lose its prime. It would run great for 5 minutes. You might get 10 minutes out of it if you were lucky. And then she'd shut down and you'd spend 10 minutes getting it fired back up. The nice thing is, if the baler's not too dirty, it only takes about 15 minutes to clean it up good. She's gonna have, she'll probably have a half hour on this one today. Little baler's gonna take maybe 5 minutes. But we'd like to get them cleaned up so you can see what's going on. See if anything might have gone south on it. And it's a whole lot nicer to grease it. One thing about it, she's not afraid to get in there and get dirty. If I could figure out how to put pictures on here, I got a couple good ones I could put on here. Got one when we were grinding feed and filling totes out of the grinder mixer, and well, she was tan from one end to the other. Took her glasses off and there's 2 little white spots poking out at you. Planned on getting this thing done a couple days ago, but it happens. So I'm going to leave her to her misery. Check out little calf walking away, and I'm going to get out of the dust because it's moving. So her and the dogs, they'll sit down here and finish that up. The dogs aren't smart enough to get out of the way either. You notice all that hose laying on the ground. Yeah. We were going to make a hose reel for that. That hasn't happened yet. Part of the reason for that was, wasn't too long before Dad passed. He was going to go where we pick the hoses and stuff like that up. He told me, they got some nice swivels for making hose reels. He said, but they're like $40. I said, so why didn't you get one? Yeah, he never made it back to get one. And I haven't been able to make it over that general direction when the place is open to get any. Anyway, here we are, Saturday morning. Nice, cool, just slightly overcast. I don't even know. Yeah, the bright spot's getting up there. It's going on 10 o'clock, so that's about where it is. You look way over there, if you can see it, there is just a little bit of blue sky coming over the ridge. So it might turn off good today, it might not. And for some of you wondering why there's so much dust, a lot of that's just because it's early in the softer material, and some of it, yeah, we got moles and gophers. Years ago, there was a couple of red fox and a silver fox that hung out around here until some guys from Portland decided they wanted to go shoot fox. They did a little trespassing and pissed a few people off, but instead of just, you know, being nice and taking one out of the three that lived here, they took all three out. When the fox were here, there were very few gophers and moles. They took care of them. Once the fox were gone, the coyotes moved in, and all they do is dig holes and play with them if they do get them. Usually they start digging holes, so they never do find them. Our dogs get more gophers than the coyotes do. Oh, wait a minute here. Let her get up above. This is where you might see a little more good dust, but she's been the baler cleaner pretty much since we got this compressor. She did quite a bit before. We used to use a backpack blower, sometimes a hand blower. A lot of times with those, put somebody on the hand blower to back up the one with the backpack blower, because you got to get so close to your work you can't even see. Still pretty dusty with this, but you know, as you can see, it's already looking better. Everything that hits the ground, cows are going to be in here. I got a little more irrigating to do in this field, but we'll put them back in here in probably about 3 days, and they will enjoy this. This is all up, 8-10 inches anyway. They were on this a couple weeks ago. But like everything else, I got to have time to do stuff. Get the irrigation moved, and got about 3 more settings for the gun in here, and then it's theirs. They just came off of that browned out piece. We'll get that took care of. Right now they're up there on that 20 acres that we just baled, got off. They clean up the edges and figure what they find. It'll last this group a few days. There's only about 25 there, so. Anyway, that's how we do it. Hell of a lot cheaper, hell of a lot easier, hell of a lot faster. Just time savings alone using this machine to blow it off versus a backpack blower. It's not worth having a backpack blower anymore. You can get around with this, like right there where she's at right now with a backpack on. That gets a little sketchy as to whether you can even stand up there. Anyway, like I've been saying, like everyone else says, like and subscribe. Do what you want to do. Positive comments are always a plus. Negative comments, well, if you want to be that way, I prefer you to keep it to yourself. I don't need it. Neither does anybody else. I mean, if you see something wrong we're doing, you know, that's one thing. Constructive criticisms accepted. So, y'all have a good one. For those of you out there making hay, good luck. Hope for good weather. We're still got showers in the forecast again, but the percentages are low enough. I ain't too worried about it. And at this point, if it gets a rain on it, it's not the end of the world. Ain't the first time we've had rained on hay. Sure, it won't be the last. It happens. If it gets rained on, it goes through that machine right there, goes through the cows. Depending on how the field looks, goes through this one right here, and it's sale hay. So that's how it works. Thanks for watching. Bye.